Moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Allen now on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. Fitzpatrick with a completion there, and of course he's a journeyman, but the people in Buffalo know him because one of his stops on his journey was here as a starter for the Bills from 2009 to 2012. Buffalo was 20-33 in those starts before he would ship off to Tennessee in 2013. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 15-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Fitzpatrick now. And this is Parker, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, color.
Now Fitzpatrick looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Mike. 59. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On first down, Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Burton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Allen going to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Regular. Hey, watch it. Check 43.
Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
These two teams all tied after one. Balazs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Allen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Allen hands off to McCoy. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. They did turn 31 back in July. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
They run it with Balaj. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen is complete to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Allen going to leave it on the draw for McCoy. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 17 short. Watch 17.
Now Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns.